The importance of decision making as an independent artist. My name's Nick. I'm an independent artist with give or take 4 million monthly listeners, and I just like to talk and share my thoughts on how to grow as an artist and how to grow your career. So, the importance of decision making. One of the most important traits of anything really, but it applies to music artists as well, is your ability to make decisions quickly. Let me explain. In a real world example, I make decisions very quickly when it comes to my music, when it comes to my releases, when it comes to my entire music career. And this comes down to at the core of done being better than perfect for me. Let's say I am making a song, or let's say I find a loop. I'm writing a song and I have a melody. That melody for me is good. I come up with a melody, that's fire. I'm not gonna rework it. And I know what you might be thinking. You could have thought of something better. You didn't make your best product. You didn't, I get it. But let me get through this and I'll explain to you the benefit of being able to make decisions quickly. I find a loop, I pick it fast, whatever catches my ear fast. If I hear one that I like, I'm going to make a song on it. I'm not gonna keep going, scrolling down a list of loops or beats. If I hear a beat that I like, I'm gonna make a song on it. I'm not gonna keep scrolling, spend another hour and a half trying to find one that maybe I like better. If I find one that I enjoy, I'm just gonna make a song on it. That's a quick decision. The first beat or the first loop that I hear, I like it, I'm making a song on it. Quick decision. And then that goes into the next step of melody, finding a melody. I come up with a melody, I'm going to use it. Now that doesn't mean I'm not going to put another melody in the song as well. It just means I'm going to use the one that I just thought of. The decision is made. And then if it comes to mixing and mastering, right? I send my stuff over to Pablo for mix and master. Usually what I get back, I'm like, that's good, it's done, thank you. I'm not going to nitpick, for me, done is better than perfect. To be able to get a song done, put into a folder that I can release it and move on to the next one. It's just important to me to be able to make these decisions quickly. A lot of the weight that you feel, a lot of the weight that you carry is just decisions that need to be made that you haven't made yet. You feel heavy because you haven't decided on things. Right? I haven't decided what song to release. I haven't decided what day I'm going to film content. I haven't decided what beat I'm going to use. I haven't decided how often I'm going to release. I haven't decided, right? There's all of these decisions that are in your mind all the time and you feel heavy. But if you just made the decisions, your mind would clear up. You would feel lighter. You would be able to be in the flow more. You'd be able to create more. You'd be able to create faster, more efficiently. And it would become easier for you to be creating. Let me give you like an example that's outside of music, right? Let's say that I want to start a business, okay? Pick a business, a retail shop or a bakery or whatever. You just want to start a business. Now, in your mind, you're like, well, I don't really have the finances, or I don't know if I'm ready, or anything, right? And you're like, let me pick it back up at the top of the year. I'm going to think about it next year, January, see where I'm at, we'll reevaluate. The only thing that changed in that year's time is how you felt about it. You still have no idea the outcome of that decision once it's made. You make a decision, you still have to wait to find out the outcome of that decision. There's no way to predict that, and the only thing that you're delaying is your progress, your growth, by putting off the decision. So for me, it's always been important, how quickly can I make a decision and then move on to the next decision that I need to make? It's always been important for me to be able to do that quickly. Oh, and real quick, if you enjoy this kind of like mindset, music talk, and other practical advice for how to grow your career, I did write a book, and if you want to go grab it, I'll put the link in the description. Now, I don't want to ignore the other side of that coin, because it happened to me, and I want you guys to understand that you don't have to be perfect all the time. Last year, November, so a little over a year ago, maybe even a little before that, October, I was feeling, I don't want to use the word burnt out, because I don't think that was the word. I didn't find out what the words were until this year. I was having decision fatigue. Everyone looks to me for what to do next, right? I am the sole provider for my family. I am the guy right in the studio. Like, I have people that are look like, if Cakes comes to the studio, what content are we filming for what song? What you know, do you have any blah blah? Anyway, I don't know, like, to kind of put that into perspective, but I was having decision fatigue. I was the guy that people looked for the decisions to be made, and I just got a little tired. And that's okay. Like, so that's when I took a step back. November last year, I took a step back. Actually, it was before that. It was really before that, because I went through a 5-month period on social media or TikTok where I didn't post a piece of content. I just needed to reel it back. And incredibly enough, I'm not saying this is going to happen if you do it. Incredibly enough, my numbers only went up. I was still releasing music, but I just took a break from having to make so many decisions. And that's part of, like, probably the benefit for some people for building a team around them, is that they take some of the decisions off of you. But me personally, I'm stubborn. I like to own 100%. I like to whatever, and I like to just do things my way. Well, I might be stubborn. I might be particular. I just always want, this is my stuff. I like to have my hand on it. I don't like my decisions made for me. But that's one reason why, like, I don't do a ton of brand deals. I don't do a ton of sync licensing, because those are like other doors that open up, and I have to, like, start making decisions in there. So I just keep things simple. I like my life simple. I don't like headaches. I don't like whatever. But my ability to make decisions is very quick. I'm not overthinking every step of the way. I make the decision, and then I find out the outcome of that decision. If that decision was a bad one, guess what? I learned that decision is bad, and I'm not going to do that again. Now I make less bad decisions the more the decisions I have to make. Do you kind of understand what I'm saying? The faster you make this, you can make the wrong decision and it be bad, but you learn from it, and you stop making that, you stop making that bad decision, and then over time you're making less and less bad decisions because you've already weeded out all the bad decisions. And it becomes easier for you to create more frequently. It becomes easier for you to be able to create faster and more efficiently, and just overall run a more efficient business. A lot of what holds people back is that they have decisions that they haven't made yet. I think it's really important to get in the habit of making decisions quickly, because you have no idea the outcome of the decision until you make it. Now, I'm not saying make dumb decisions, right? I'm not saying make dumb decisions. Put some thought, but don't dwell, don't overthink, don't put it off. Don't put off a decision. Make it, go with your gut, make the decision. Don't put it off for later. You put it off for later, that gets heavy. You know what I mean? That weighs you down. So yeah, I think that's really important. I think that's one of the most important things, for your life, not just for independent artist career, but for your life, to be able to kind of see what needs to happen, decide on it, move on. Let the stuff unfold. Man, I've really been enjoying being part of y'all's day, and it seems like y'all like it too. It's good to come on this camera and throw up my thoughts and hang out with you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. It seems like you're enjoying it. The comments are overwhelmingly positive. I'm really happy I can do this. So far, so good. We're going to keep going. Much love. Talk soon.